It's Brad's Laboratory.
Here we are in Denver on a beautiful late October day. Denver is the start of gold country, with the gold panning park right in the middle of Wheatridge, Colorado. The park is free to come to, and the parking is plentiful, with restrooms open during the summer season. It's nice and warm today. Ducks are bobbing for food in the deeper parts of Clear Creek. The water is warm, just having left the course plant. The creek is flowing perfectly for gravity sluicing. The river gurgles through the sluice, making the sand dance behind the riffles, forcing the gold past the expanded metal and burying it deep into the miner's moss, sifting and wet classifying the dirt from a dark layer of decomposed organic material that indicates a flood, chasing the flood gold deep into the bank. In 1904, two large dredges worked this area, leaving behind only the small, fine gold that the machinery of the time couldn't catch. Today, using gravity and manpower, we hunt for the leftovers. Then the price of gold was $19, and the fine gold they blew out of the dredges' sluices was pennies. Today, the price of gold is $1,217, making the fun of chasing the fine flour gold more interesting. Scoop by scoop, the bucket of classified dirt is fed into the sluice, slowly emptying the bucket as the sluice sorts the small gold bits from the dirt and pebbles. The pebbles collecting at the bottom of the sluice, filling the creek bed with perfect fish nesting material for springtime. In the 1930s, during the Depression, people stood side by side here, panning dirt for a few pennies worth of gold to feed their families. Today, only a few groups of sports prospectors are present. The guy downstream from me has a home-built trommel and sluice. Quietly, its electric motor turns the cylinder and spits out washed rocks as it searches for the yellow dust. Other groups are just classifying and panning. I continue to empty buckets into my sluice as a large crawfish sneaks along the dam near the top end of my sluice box. We are at the far end of the park where the noise from the I-70 traffic is less, but it is a longer walk from the parking lot. After digging 5 or 6 buckets of material and sluicing it, we clean out the sluice box, rinsing the miner's moss thoroughly. We are tired now and head back to the car, lugging our equipment in a small pail of concentrated pay dirt. Once home, we spin up the wheel, adjusting it to allow the black sands to just climb the wheel. Gold dust and grains of black sand fall out the back of the wheel, being collected in a small plastic cup. Final separation is done in a gold pan, slurping up the tiny bits of gold with a pipette. Flake by tiny flake, and a speck here and there are sucked up and deposited in a small glass vial. I go through the dirt once, and then my wife goes through it a second time, collecting and sorting the gold dust from the heavy black sands. This process takes time in the evenings, but it is something to do as the temperature has dropped outside and a thin layer of snow covers the ground now, and outdoor activities are curtailed. Finally, the fruits of our labors are poured into a black pan for viewing, the small pile of gold glistening in the corner of the pan. As the old saying goes, gold is where you find it, and it is here in Wheatridge, Colorado, where we found this gold. Then back into the glass vial it goes for easy display on a black background. The glistening gold catches your eye, and the gold fever is upon us. Hi, Brad here. Thanks for stopping by my channel and watching this video. If you don't mind clicking the subscribe button down here, I'd really appreciate it. It helps me out with YouTube, and it's free for you. Also, be sure to leave comments and questions in the comment area. I'm always happy to answer those questions. Thanks a lot. I'll see you in the next video.